Hey everybody, it's Shae from Sweet Beads. I hope during this time you are all staying home, you are healthy, and you are happy with your families. Everything is going okay. We're going to get through this crisis, and we're going to go back to beading and happy beading. But right now, instead of a beading tutorial, I am going to show you how to make a disposable face mask out of a blue shop towel. There is sewing required in this one. If you don't sew or don't have access to a sewing machine, check out the videos by Jim Happy, Jimhappy, on YouTube. He has a tutorial on how to do a face mask with no sewing required. He also has a really good informational video on the efficacy of these blue shop towels and how they're actually better than these inexpensive surgical masks at blocking what they're supposed to block. Okay, so what we're going to need is a blue shop towel. This is one of the recommended brands. This is Zepp Industrial Towels. I got 75 towels for about $7.25 at Home Depot, although we had to search all over the store for them. You need half of a pipe cleaner chenille stem. I got a package of 45 of those at the Dollar Tree, so I'll be able to get 90 masks out of a $1 package. And then you need some elastic. Really doesn't matter what kind. This one, again, happened to come from the Dollar Tree today. It's this really thin elastic. That's fine. And this cost me $1, and I'll get about 50 masks out of it. So to do this, the first thing we're going to do is iron out the towel, and this is just to remove some of those lines from it being packed in the box. Then we're going to fold it in half. Okay, and this towel happens to be 9 by 12.5 inches, and it's perfect for a face mask size. Once we have folded it in half and ironed it down, we're going to fold it in half again. And then you're going to bring the fold is the top, so we're going to bring the bottom to the middle where we made that crease, and we're just going to crease that, and then we're going to bring the top down to that middle crease, and we're just going to crease that. Okay, and then we're going to flip it to the front side, and we're just going to make folds, and we're going to bring each of those crease lines down about 1/2 inch. And you can iron them just to make them behave, or you could kind of finger press them. I find the iron is easier for me. I'm not all that dexterous. So again, bring each of those fold lines we made down 1/2 inch. And it doesn't have to be perfect. Again, this is a disposable mask. This is not one you're going to reuse. This is not one you're going to wash. It's basically a really strong paper towel. With some good properties to it, but it is meant to be disposable. So if it's not perfect, it's okay, because you're going to throw it away. Okay. By the way, if you have trouble finding these towels, there's several brands out there. My brother said that the auto supply stores have tons of them. So he said there was a pallet at one store that he was at. Okay, so once you have all of your folds done and pressed, we're going to head to the sewing machine. So see you there. Okay, so we're at the sewing machine, and I'm going to take my pipe cleaner chenille stem, and I'm going to put it in the center fold, like so. Center it if you can. It doesn't have to be perfect. And then I'm just going to run a couple of stitches alongside of the chenille stem, again towards the middle of our mask, back and forth, just to secure the stem in place. And again, it doesn't have to be more than that. This is a temporary mask, so you don't need more than a couple stitches. And then we're going to replete our folds, because they kind of got a little off kilter. Okay, bring them back down, and you could just finger press it in place. and we're going to run a seam sort of along each side. I've got about a 1/2 inch seam allowance, but it really doesn't matter. It could be 1/4 inch, it could be 3/4 of an inch, anywhere along in there. Okay, and I'm just gonna stitch forward, back stitch for a couple stitches, and then stitch all the way down and back stitch. It's gonna look a little like this. And back stitch, and then straight on down. Back stitch at the end, and clip your threads. I'm going to do the exact same thing on the other side, and then I'm going to show you how we finish it off. Okay, so we sewed both sides down, and now we're going to add the elastic, and I'm going to do that by punching a hole into the mask. Now this is a tiny hole punch. If you don't have a tiny hole punch, you kind of want to match the size of the hole to the size of whatever elastic you're using. So if you didn't have a tiny one like this, you could grab a chenille needle, and I don't have one sitting here. I had it a minute ago, but you could just punch a hole with a needle. And then I've got our elastic that's cut to 7 inches, and I'm going to tie a double knot in one end. And we found a double knot didn't pull through. So if your elastic, pulls through, you probably need a bigger knot on the end. Come on, there we go. Okay, and then I'm just going to feed it from one side where I poke the hole. Bring it up through the other side. I didn't catch both layers with that. Hold on. There we go. And then you're going to tie a double knot in this side. And this is really good because fit is as important as the material. You want these to fit fairly close so that, they're not gaping on the sides of your mouth, to keep as much outside air from coming in. So if you find that this is too big, you can just bring these out a little bit more and tie it off. So it'll fit everybody. So there you go. There is a disposable mask with the bendable nose bridge made out of a blue shop towel, little pieces of elastic, and hopefully, now that they're saying everyone should wear a mask, these would be easy to make. The materials are relatively easy to find still. So I hope that helps you guys. Please know that the Sweet Beads family, Mom and I, are pulling for you. We hope that you are safe. Your families are safe. And we know that when we are through this and we are on the other side, we hope to see you again. And we love you. Take care, and we'll see you soon.